Dorico, you just used S or T for ties and slurs. But here you need to really press this button and then you can add it to your score. Hello everyone, and hope all is well with you, and welcome to another episode of Homain TV. If you are already up to date with Steinberg's updates, you know that Cubase 14 is out, and of course with it comes a lot of goodies that are mainly focused on production and post-production. But surprise, surprise, in this version we also have an upgrade to the older notation tool in Cubase, which looked really like 20s vibes, and the interface and the functions were not really comparable to the rest of functions in Cubase. But happily, we finally got our update and I'm super happy about it. And today I'm gonna show you the similarities and differences between Dorico Pro and Cubase Pro's notation tool. Well, lo and behold, I mean, look at the differences. Like it's really similar. Like it's exactly the same as with Dorico, you know, with the fonts and also these, you know, the measure numbers. It's exactly the same. So it really feels like home. And also we have this panel, which, you know, in Dorico you have the right panel with the, well, literally the right panel in the right mode. And now the panel is to the left. And I didn't find any way to bring it to the right, but it's still here. And as you might have guessed, the functions are quite the same. So for example, let's see, I'm gonna just add an F clef here. And as easily, you can just change whatever you want. The only difference is that Cubase has a sticky functionality. So for example, if I add this G clef here, if I click again, it will add another G clef and it will add another one. And in Cubase, you have it automatically deselects the tool and let you work, continue working on whatever you were working before. So actually, it could have been nice if we have a feature to turn this off or on, you know, the sticky feature. And also, it's not really big of a deal. Perhaps it can be a nice way to add multiple dynamics, because imagine you have a score and you just want to, you know, add a bunch of dynamics, and it's really nice in that sense. And also, now that we're here, let me show you how the dynamics work. It's quite similar to Dorico, and also the graphics, and you also have these tiny, you know, the hairpins with the tiny round indicators that you can move them. But as you can see, it's a bit difficult to, let me just move in a bit. All right, maybe that makes it easier. Okay, I'm gonna just go into my select tool. Perhaps now, okay, yeah, now it moves. So apparently it doesn't work if it's still, let's try. Yeah, so it needs to come out of the, you know, that's the sticky thing that I was talking about. So it really needs to go out of the sticky mode and then it will work. So I guess the whole modification in this panel here works if you are not, if your cursor or your mouse pointer is not really latched onto one of these notation options. All right, and now something nice here, like for example, these are the exact same as we have in Dorico, and like also the categories, super nice, and the fermatas, and the bar lines, and everything else, very nice and neat. Also, this is exactly the same, you know, with the add tempo, with all of the stuff that we have. And something nice here that I really enjoyed looking at, it was this guy here, because you have the text and you also have the system text and the other ones like lyrics and chord symbols. And if you put, for example, the text, as you can see, that little T is hanging, same as with Dorico. And I love it. It just, look at it, it looks really like Dorico, and with all this, the blue typical Dorico interface, and well, you can also write whatever you want, and it's pretty neat. If you're working with Dorico, you already know that you enter notes by going into note input mode, by pressing enter or double clicking in your score. But here, that's not the case. So double clicking really doesn't do anything. And also if you press enter, it just closes this panel and then it typically opens your piano roll. Wait, I forgot how to, yeah, I need to open the lower panel and then I select this guy, whoop. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the score editor. Okay, so yeah, I was talking about the note input. In Cubase, you have to go into the write mode, which is, I mean, it's not really a write mode, it's a pen. And take a look at this icons here. If I press 8, it will tap into the write mode. And then we have our super nice Dorico orange grid, you know, the typical thing, which it really feels like home here. And then you can just add your notes here. And you change the duration by just pressing on this stuff here. Oh yeah, and also another thing is that you cannot really add notes if your clip is not long enough. So I'm just gonna make this longer. And then as you can see, it's just multiple of them added here. So maybe that can be something to fix for later because we're not really used to that. We're used to Dorico just going ahead. But anyway, let's try adding notes. Yeah, I was talking about the duration. This is the duration that you can just change and add. All right. And there is also the like the step input, which you have here, but that's above the scope of this video. I'm just explaining the, you know, the general stuff. And also, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys, there is no such thing as popovers here if you are here to know about that. So everything you want to do, you have to go to the left panel here and you just click and drag it up here. So it's a bit limited compared to Dorico, but it's still nice. I mean, I'm still happy, but hopefully we get something similar to Dorico. And yeah, so there are many similarities and many differences. For example, you know, with Dorico, you just use S or T for ties and slurs. But here you need to really press this button and then you can add it to your score. So it's a bit of it's a bit different, you know, but then you get used to it if you work a while. But I hope that the guys at Steinberg will give us more, you know, in the future, maybe in the coming year or maybe Cubase 15. But this is already amazing and I'm really happy about it. And if you want to learn production and composition in Cubase, do make sure to like, subscribe, and also if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. And without further ado, till later, Homayun out.